Happy Monday. No trades today, which is good. It's not bad. Okay, we didn't lose. Capital management. Yeah, I feel like this will be a short one. I mean, again, no trades. So there's this crazy sell-off overnight, or overnight, pre-market, whatever. And I think it was because of some like Chinese AI thing. But it recovered most of the way. I mean, it was a big, well, maybe like half of the way. It was a big, Nvidia. I guess that must be why Nvidia took a dive. So yeah, it did come back up most of the way. It hit a bottom right there. I mean, that's a news item, so I don't really want to speculate too technically on what happened today, but big picture. But when I came in, I started looking at the market around 7. We were starting to make a reversal, so I was kind of bullish today. And I figured such a long move would have been reclaimed in some capacity. So yeah, just a couple of zones forming. This is a nice zone forming, and you can tell I'm sitting here waiting with my box drawn. 'Cause just breaking these highs. But obviously it doesn't come back down. It'd be nice to see this one go up, maybe up to this high, and then straight back down, and then back up. But it didn't do that. So, by this point at 9, when we're opening, it just it's very it doesn't know what it wants to do. Then we get this big fat candle. This is the other zone now I'm looking at. This zone right here. We get a really nice little stair step. Okay. If you did get a good bounce off of this one, I don't know. It's a little sketchy, but, it's not that bad, I guess. But you do have a nice couple of zones down here, so when it eventually came back down here, I'm thinking like maybe we are going further down, and you actually can take that. If you got in at this little zone, which isn't the best, if you got in short here, you can take it back down to this zone. But I don't like the entry. I don't like any candles here to go short. And then it does eventually come back down to this zone, but it's taken forever. You see, like, you want it to just do this, come pretty much straight back down before going back up. But just with all of this stuff going on, and I was also wondering today, like, maybe I should just trade up until noon. A lot of the volume just leaves the market for lunch, and then I feel like lately it hasn't been coming back. I don't know. So that's something to think about. And if you're trading and you have it halfway decent, I think at this point all platforms will show you like what time of day your trades were. You can see when your trades were. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, P&L per time of day, at least on Trade of 8 / NinjaTrader. So if I'm seeing, this is only 2 trades, so I'm not using this for data, but if, let's say, all of my profit is at 9:30-ish, all of my loss is at 12:30, I'm gonna set a cutoff, baby. I'm gonna put a little cutoff, and then guess what? You can stop working after 12. So all this mess, I just don't like it. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking like, okay, even if it does come down here, I'm not super convinced. It did come down here. It broke below, so so that pretty much invalidates this zone for us. I was thinking maybe if it comes back down to this one, we could take it long. But actually worked out long. But that's just not the right entry criteria for us. I don't want to take a break below that, even though obviously it works sometimes. It doesn't always work. And then this zone formed right at the end of the trading session. We're watching it now. I don't think you can't trade this on eval, so it doesn't really matter. But I was curious if this was going to turn into something. He's starting to get some action here. I don't know what's going on. Look at this. It's not really a good zone, though. Not crazy about that formation over there. So, yeah, that was it. Nothing too exciting. I didn't get FOMO. I didn't get itchy. You see the wick on top of this green candle? If it had closed up here, I was thinking about buying in, maybe taking it up to here. But that's just not I don't know. What's the risk on that? Let's say it did close up here. It's not a great risk profile. And obviously it goes higher, so if I was more confident in that, like taking it up to that high would be nice. But these are also big bars, you can see. These two are 60 points alone. So it's like, do you want to risk that? You could hop over to MNQ for that one if you want to get in there. If you don't want to risk 1,000 points, but it didn't close like that, and I'm not taking. I shouldn't even be looking at 2 5-minute candles. I don't want to look at 3 5-minute candles for an entry at that point. Just look at the 15-minute. So that's it, dude. I feel like there should be more, but my videos are always too long. Just a quick little review. Maybe I'll have another trade for you to review this week. You know? But yeah, like it was a big rally, so that's why I was bullish, but we were still below the EMA, so I was a little bit like, if I don't see the perfect A+ setup, I don't think I want to take a good trade here. So just a little bit of uncertainty. But draw your lines, zoom out once in a while. What's the market doing? What are we looking like? Are we seeing any conviction anywhere? Like if it was going to go up, it probably would have bounced back above the EMA. Well, obviously. But, I mean, seeing it poke above the EMA, come back down, do all this nonsense. Just not a fan. Just don't like it. Yeah, back to work.